Oh, Dina, I'm so thrilled you're here.
Cheryl, oh my gosh. I just love our friendship and our ability to reconnect. And it's so awesome to share space with you all the time, and especially now.
Yay. I wanted to share your just glorious, triumphant story. And thank you for coming to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything for you, it's so much fun to create with you.
Oh, yay. Thank you. So just, if you would, I mean, your own story is just so magical, and it's, it's such a story of triumph, what you've created. Will you just share your story in a nutshell? You're so beautifully proficient at doing that.
Yeah, sure. In a super quick way, in 2008, I hit a rock bottom point in my life. I was alcoholic. I was suicidal. I felt like I had tried to fix this empty black hole inside of myself for years, and nothing was working. I ended up in an addiction recovery program where I learned how to meditate. And I couldn't meditate for 20 minutes like I was being instructed to. So I would take 3-minute blocks that I could do and do those several times a day. And that little formula of meditating for 3 minutes here and there, several times a day, I eventually called it 3x3 meditation. It ended up literally rewiring my brain, changing my relationship to food, absolutely changing my relationship to alcohol, and reformatting the way I interact with the world. It ended up that I wrote a book and created a coaching business out of it. Like, just that transformation inside of myself changed everything about my life and my world and where I was pointed, so that's kind of the crux of my story.
Just thank you. Thank you for articulating that and giving it away to the world. And it really is triumphant. I don't even, words escape me. And I, have been in the business of words for a long time.
Right.
It really is the space beyond all words. So such a huge acknowledgement to you. The willingness to be, when anyone, but in this case, you, is willing to be transparent about the difficulties, the challenges. I think it makes each of us find that part in ourselves that we would normally have the propensity to hide and go, oh, that means I'm okay too, or I could triumph over this as well. And that really, I think, is what your story provides for people. So much space to be however they are. Thank you for your commitment to share this with the world.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, glorious. So I wanted you to share about our journey in knowing one another, and would you do that?
Yeah. Well, one of the most powerful things, Cheryl, I think about you and the reason that you and I connected. Well, first of all, when we were younger, we both had very different experiences in our lives, but that these difficulties and transformations that happened inside of ourselves that rewired us and made us different human beings. I think when I first met you, that's the level we connected on. It was a really deep level. And when I'm talking with you and when I'm working with you and you're, working with me and helping me and drawing things out of me, you have an ability, and it's something that you didn't learn. It's something that is just deep inside of yourself, your ability to listen and to really connect with and share and expand and draw from me and other people that I know you've worked with and you've known is incredible. And it makes me feel so comfortable sharing my story on a big level. Like, that takes a lot of healing inside of yourself, because for many years I experienced shame, just shame. How can I not quit drinking? I was so ashamed of that. How can I feel this way all the time? How can I have done, stealing and lying and all of these bad things that I had done? I just had so much shame. And connecting with you in particular, and people that are authentic in the world and that really genuinely want to draw out and help others to share their story, because it's exactly what you're saying. That's how we connect to other people. That's how every person that I've ever had the great, kind of gift of being able to help, it's because they understood the depths of my despair at a deep level. And they were like, wow, if she can do it, I can do it. And when I connect with you, you're one of those people, it's like, she could do it, I could do it. But when you talk with me and when you ask me questions and when you draw out of me my story, it sort of makes me feel really safe and really, just at ease and not painful, but just completely comfortable in sharing where I was and how I came to be where I am today. It's just such an absolute gift that you have that and you bring that into the world, because I think your ability to find these kind of like flowers that are blooming, in a small way, to be able to show them that in just being their authentic selves, people like you, people in the media are interested in that and can find something in that will be able to help them not only grow and blossom, but then in turn, their message to be able to help other people. You have a really unique way of doing that, in being able to be that way in the world and be that way with other people. It's just, it's a gift that I know you didn't learn, and I know you have it deep inside of yourself. It's one of the best things about you, Cheryl. I mean, many, many great things about you, but one of the best, really.
Dina, thank you so much. I think that each one of us has a different locked up part of ourselves, like some that got locked up because of some past pain, some past trauma, some past hurt. Even if it was way long ago when we were a kid, and it would seem like some innocuous thing now, it's when it gets unlocked, that part of ourselves, whenever we hear somebody else articulate their triumph over it. So that's why I'm so passionate about as many people as possible fully reaching down within themselves and revealing those things that they had been hiding, that they were previously ashamed of, and sharing those and stepping out of the shadows into the spotlight to share them, because it makes a transformative difference for everybody who's listening.
Oh my gosh, that was beautifully said. And you're 100,000,000,000% right.
Thank you so much. So I also, I'm honored and privileged to have shared your story and seen your story on national television.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. That's true. And without you, there's no way that would have happened for me ever. It wasn't even a thought in my mind. And then when you thought of me to bring me into that program, it was, just holy cow, me really, my little story. I couldn't believe it. And and when we did that interview that was going to be on national television, I mean, what else could you possibly get more nervous for than if you're going to be interviewed and millions of people are going to see it? But when you and I were talking and being recorded, it was so, just genuine, authentic. I had no reservations about telling my story, and I wasn't nervous at all. Just the way that you prepared me for it, and to feel that comfortable in such a situation that could be really intimidating and scary. I don't know anybody else who could do that. I mean, it was amazing to work with you and to be able to have that happen for me. I didn't even know that would be possible until you invited that possibility into my life. And so, yeah, that was really powerful. It was very, very amazing.
You are very, very amazing. And I'm honored and just thrilled to continue to watch your brightness expand and expand and expand as your reach does, and as the difference that you make through your message and your story in the world just continues to spread. Thank you for sharing your story with us here today, and thank you for your heart and your courage for sharing your story with the world.
Thank you, Cheryl, for all of that you're doing in the world. It's so incredibly powerful, and I don't know anybody who can do it better than you can.
Thank you, Dina. I love you so much.
I love you.